Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Tone Vase. I'm holding my laptop. I actually don't have a workstation, but you guys will see why that is because I am at a very cool spot. Uh, I'm in my final apartment here in Belize, Georgia, and it's two-story, but it's tiny. Like there's stairs going down, like the circular stairs, so like the bathroom and stuff, and another little room is there. And this is where I was sleeping last night. It's a tiny place. That's it. But here's the cool stuff. So check this out. That's the window, and you got to be careful because otherwise you're just gonna slip and fall out the window. Let me flip the camera around. Really cool. Really cool. So, and increase my own brightness so I can actually see what you're seeing. And so if you trip at night or having a very fun evening activity, here's what's out the window. I gotta make sure that my camera don't fall. I am literally on the edge of a cliff, like that one, straight down there. And that's a waterfall. So you guys probably can't hear it. I mean, at night, there's no music and no people. So you're just going to bed listening to the waterfall sound. And I'll go over there in a minute after I do some TA. And that's just like, let me see if I can, I don't want to drop my computer on somebody's head either. So that's like another place to, oh, I think my camera is too low. Boom. Like another spot to see. It's actually kind of scary standing on the edge of this window, looking down at that. Really, really cool. So I'm literally on the cliff. And the waterfall is the same waterfall from the thumbnail. So that's basically where I was last night and will be again tonight. So really, really cool. All right. I'll go outside after. All right, I flip the camera back around. I don't exactly, I have a little table I can put the computer down on and do some TA. And then I'm gonna give you another view. I'll go outside and do it after. But really, really cool. And in case you're wondering how much I'm paying to sleep by the sound of a waterfall on the edge of a cliff, $30 a night. That's the cost. That's the price. 30 a night. Maybe it's because it's on the edge of a cliff and it's scary as hell. Also a little bit off season, which I actually like. I like traveling off season. Wow, I'm always in like the worst lighting environment, but that doesn't matter. All right, let me see any comments in the live chat. I did increase the slow mode. You know, people are saying Georgia is good because you speak Russian. That is kind of true. But most of the young people here don't really speak Russian anymore. They speak English. The older people speak Russian. The younger people speak English. So in about 10 years, there's going to be very little Russian going on here, and it's mostly going to be English. But Georgian is not exactly a popular global language. All right. Yeah, if you invert the charts, they look very bullish. I agree. This is why I'm still kind of bearish. Okay, let's go to the charts. All right. Oh, hey, Bucharest. I'm coming to Bucharest in about 5 days. There's a workshop there, I think. Something's going to happen. So we will see how that's going. My calendar, check it out. It's for months ahead. Blog, you guys get the point. Conferences, Bali. We have a few rooms left. The hotel has a few rooms left. Probably going to cut off registrations next week. So if you're still interested, follow up with us. Charts. Let's look at charts. Here is the weekly chart, and we are hovering at 8,300. Now, the weekly chart has not changed from my last few videos, so this is going to be quick. It is leaning more bearish than bullish. You are below a 30-period moving average. Is a 30-period moving average important? Up to you to decide. That's what I have on my chart. We are below it. I care. Sequential is on a 6 of 9, but that does not mean we can't rally back to 9K or more, or 9.5, the level of the breakdown, and the sequential stays intact. The sequential on a weekly time frame has been very, very good if you followed the rules. So the rules told you to blindly short on this red 4 crossing 9,800, and they tell you to just stay short on a weekly scale. Anyone that did that or sold in this area, you're still in the green. You're still in the green. Trading is all about the rules. Stop and reverse points are starting to come down faster on a weekly scale. They told you to go short the week of July 15th, and you're still in the profit using that strategy. If you got out of Bitcoin the moment this trend line broke, you also have done well. Let's just say the weekly chart is way more bearish than it is bullish. Is it possible we bottomed? Yes. What is the weekly chart telling me? It's telling me to be short. That's what the weekly chart's telling me. The daily chart. What is the daily chart telling me? The daily chart is telling me to be neutral. Why is the daily chart telling me to be neutral? Well, the sequential is bullish. The sequential is telling me to be long. I'm not exactly sure why. Oh, I know why this line is red. So this line is red based on, not based on sequential, but based on trading using candles, shorting this reversal candle. But now that I had a second chance to look at it, I don't, and those that attended my workshops know that reversal candles don't really matter unless you had a noticeable trend. And I need that trend to be at least 5 candles deep. And this is not a 5 candle deep trend because the low comes in on the prior candle. So let me just delete that. The reason why the daily chart is neutral is because we are below the 200-day moving average for the 7th consecutive day. I'm only going to count full candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th consecutive day. Now the day still has a lot of hours left in it, so anything can happen. But right now, this is the 7th consecutive day of being under the 200-day moving average, and that is bearish to me. Okay, the 50-period moving average is now starting to decline much faster as we knock out some of those more expensive candles. I'm actually curious. Hold on a second. If I hold the shift key and I press this button and I slide over, I want to see where the 50 candles back is. That is 64 bars. Interesting. This right here is 60. So this right here is 53, and this right here is 50 bars back. So there are your 50 bars. So as of right now, you have eliminated all bars that are above $11,000. And everything going forward is really going to start dropping the 50-period moving average significantly. If I slide this over to 128 bars, let me see. That's 130. This is 127, so here it is, right? So the 128 bar moving average still has many of those $13,000 and $14,000 candles in it. So that is why that moving average will be hanging up there in the 10,000 zone for quite a while, because right now we're at 8 and we have plenty of candles in the $13,000 range. So keep that in mind as well. Okay. And a 200-day is really going far back. Now, the other reason why I'm neutral on the daily scale is because while this is a green 4 based on sequential, I know that tomorrow's candle, if we don't go any higher than we are right now, if tomorrow's candle is sitting at 8,300, that is a red one price flip. And that is telling me to be neutral and in cash. So now I am already preemptively anticipating a red one tomorrow. And that means I am going to anticipate a short trade on a daily scale on the 5th of October. If the red 2 is going below the red 1, because I'm assuming a red 1 tomorrow. Now, that doesn't have to happen, but that is my anticipation. Now, I am not stupid enough to, even if I was swing trading, I am not silly enough to short Bitcoin right now. Shorting Bitcoin right now is not wise to me. I'd rather short Bitcoin on a red 2 going below a red 1, and I would need that event to take place in this area here. In that area. Hopefully it's still above 8,000, and it is. It's 8,050. I may not wait all the way to 8,050, but if I was swing trading this market, I would consider a short trade. Remember, short trading is probably not advisable at all. But if I was going to short, I would want to short, and I would probably not wait this long. I might swing that up a bit, like maybe $8,100 area. Basically, the area that makes me confident that these lows will not hold the price, and the 200-day has rejected this dead cat bounce that was 700 points high, but clearly not enough. Okay, went from 77 all the way up to 85, 800 points. Wow, what's the high here? The high is 85.30. What's the low? The low is 77. So 85, 77 to 85. That is $800. That is a pretty good swing up percentage terms, but not enough. Also, I continue to wait for something over 50% correction. Remember what Ugly and I had said a while back. Ugly and I, the moment Bitcoin went exponential into 14,000, Ugly and I did a video, Ugly Old Goat to be more specific, did a video saying that because of the way it went up and how quickly it went up, we were now nervous for an 80% correction off of the $14,000 pop. We are close to a 50% correction. Now, a 50% correction is not an 80% correction. An 80% correction from 14,000, that's 14,000 divided by 5. So if it was 15,000 divided by 5, it would be 3K. So if it's 14,000 divided by 5, it's actually a little lower than 3K. Okay, so that takes us down to new lows. That is what we feared. Do I think that's going to happen with a high degree of probability? No, I don't. I still think Bitcoin can stay above 7,000, but touch the $7,000 vicinity, you know, 6,900-ish. But would it go against my models? Would it go against my trading knowledge? Would it go against anything that I've done the last 15 years in the markets to see Bitcoin go to 2,900 before new all-time highs? And the answer is absolutely not. Absolutely not. There is absolutely nothing that could prevent, I mean, like, let me rephrase that. It would not scare me about the future of Bitcoin if I saw 2,900 this year. If I saw 2,900 in the year 2022, that would scare the shit out of me. But if I saw 2,900 this year, I would be okay with that. Okay, we are talking about this year and only this year. Okay, 12-hour chart, not interesting, but that can give you a red 2 going below a red 1 in 4 hours, preemptively front running that short trade on a daily scale. 15-minute chart, not interesting. I'm sorry, that was a 4-hour chart. Maybe this is interesting. The chart is not interesting, but if I zoom it out, maybe it'll give me something interesting.
Below this red line, which is probably at $8,000, it's at $8,000 exactly, a little bit smidge lower. Below that line, I believe the floodgates open. If Bitcoin goes below 8,000 again, I believe the floodgates open and the 4-hour chart is pointing to $6,000, hitting the bottom of that channel. Right now, we are still hanging in there above the middle of this channel. I like this channel. This channel gave you the same triangle that the daily chart did, and the target of that triangle is pretty much the bottom of that channel. So it would be very, very technical if Bitcoin does go and hit the bottom of that channel, which on October 5th stands a smidge under $6,000. Let me glance at your live chat. I know I increased the slow mode because it was just too much in the live chat. People keep asking me about the significance of October 5th. I've mentioned it in each of my last few videos. I will do it one more time. So if you go to my website and you go to my old blog that got transferred over from my old website, and you scroll down a little bit, you find an article that says Bitcoin's time analysis and significance of August 11th, 2017. I wrote this article over 2 years ago now. But this article references a much older article that I wrote in Cointelegraph back in 2014. And by the way, speaking of Cointelegraph, another tangent. If you go to Cointelegraph, main page, oh, where's that article? I'm not referencing the article. God damn it. Maybe this is the article, sorry. Right click, open in a new tab. That's just my Cointelegraph profile back in the day. Yeah, here it is. We're referencing an article from 2014. And in 2014, I wrote an article explaining how Bitcoin has 2 upcoming critical dates in history. One of them was, I think, June 14th, 2015. And the other one was August 11th, 2017. Now, at the time that I wrote this article, I didn't actually pinpoint the day. I just said the month of June 2015 and the month of August 2017, and I ranked them as something minor is going to happen on June 15th, and something very major is going to happen. Like I even referenced something big. So thank you, the Cointelegraph blockchain, for keeping these articles intact for history purposes. So at this point, I consider Cointelegraph more immutable than Ethereum, because of the DAO situation. And you can read all about that. And the next minor date that matters in this life cycle of Bitcoin is coming up in 2 days on October 5th. I have no idea what's going to happen. Well, like I didn't know what was going to happen August 11th, 2017, when I wrote this article in the summer of 2014. And in this update to my article, you see how critical that August 11th day was. It was basically almost to the day of SegWit's activation. And we didn't even know SegWit didn't even exist when I wrote that article. SegWit was still a year away from being conceived. So there it is, okay? So you can read all about that. I haven't had time to write an update on October 5th. October 5th is also a minor day. The major days coming in 6 years. I'll be writing more about that, assuming I'm still alive or doing crypto stuff by then, because who the hell knows. Okay, where am I going with this? That was a tangent. All right, let's move on. Bitcoin dominance hanging in there. Ethereum hanging in there. Litecoin. I'm waiting for the Litecoin death spiral where Litecoin goes sub $1. It's coming. It's only a matter of time. Your miners will leave. You will go proof of stake, or you will merge mine with Bitcoin. You will prove how centralized you are. You will prove how useless your currency is. That is the future of Litecoin. I could not be more certain of that. And it's still a better future than the future for Btrash. Don't care. Gold rallied. Well, gold rallied because the stock market dipped. But I still think the stock market is going to go back up and gold's going to go back down. Silver rallied right off the setup trend line. Wow, these things continue to be useful after it got rejected by the setup trend line, after it got reversed off of a 9 for a 1 to 4 candle correction that made new lows into the countdown phase. I do expect silver to go back down as well. I expect oil to potentially rebound off of this 9. So let's keep an eye on oil for a 1 to 4 candle correction and then more downside. I'm curious how S&P 500 ended. This is supposed usually my daily chart. And wow, S&P 500 rallied right off its setup trend line. I'm actually very curious at what time it rallied. That's why I'm on a 10-minute chart, because in my notification service, which is currently free, I mentioned the 11 a.m. reversal for the S&P 500. I said, watch the 11 a.m. reversal. And I want to see if that happened. Looks like it did not happen. Looks like we did not reverse at 11 a.m. We started to reverse at 11 a.m., but that reversal failed. We reversed beautifully off of a 9 aggressive 13 with a sequential 13 a few candles later, and on a 10-minute scale, and we are rallying up now. So yesterday morning, I was pretty bearish the S&P 500. Today, I am leaning bullish the S&P 500. So just like the weather, we change our opinions every day. Why am I bullish the S&P 500? First of all, we just bounced off of this setup trend line. Second, I foresee this as a higher low. So as long as we stay above the setup trend line, I am bullish. So if I was to catch a falling knife on the S&P 500, this is where I would be buying. Where would I put my stop loss? Well, this is incredibly simple. And if you don't know where to put your stop, if you buy the S&P 500 right now for a swing trade and you don't know where to set your stop loss, please stop trading. Stop. Close your account, get your money out, either give it to a professional or, I don't know, put it into something else, like anything else. Like put it in a Venezuelan currency. It'll probably do better for you than your trading career, okay? If you buy in right here, right now, you put the stop loss just below that setup trend line, 28.75, okay? That's your stop loss. This is a high reward, low risk trade, and if it doesn't work out, then the S&P 500 is going to enter a much more significant downturn. Now, today is Thursday. Always be careful of the weekends, all right? That's what I would do. And I still have confidence that Trump is going to get reelected and S&P will go to new all-time highs. And my confidence is displayed right here because I am scared of the S&P right as this red 2 going below the red 1. But because this was such a bad day in the market, how much did we fall? We fell 2%. 2%. Whenever we fall 2%, what happens afterwards? Well, let's just go back. And remember, the day was preceded by a 1.3% correction. So look how much we just fell. Now let's go the last time S&P fell this much. Well, here it is right there, falling over 2%. Look what happened the next day, and look what happened the following week. So this is why I like the S&P 500. If I take this guy and I look at how much we fell in one day here, right? Or I should be how much we rose. Anyway, no, it's silly exercise. Let me do this. How much did we rise the last time S&P fell 2% in 2 days? Well, here's the opening, and the next candle was a 2% rise, followed by a straight up shot to a 9. Let's be reasonable here. Let's exit on a 9. 6%. A 6% move in a little over a week, okay? The prior time Bitcoin fell 2% was probably this candle. Fell 3%. 3% in 1 day. And what happened over the next 3 days? How high did we go? 3% to the upside, all right? So there it is. And this one is even better. What happened here? How much did we fall? We fell 3.5% on this day, right there. Okay, this is the futures market. And the following day, we went up 2%, and over the 3-day period, went up 4.36%. Okay, this is why I'm bullish right now, today. Am I going to be bullish tomorrow? I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow if I do a video. Tomorrow is a travel day. Okay, I'm also speaking tomorrow in Prague at a conference. So not only am I traveling tomorrow, I'm also speaking at an event tomorrow. So will there be a video? I have no clue. Depends how much time I have at the airport. So keep that in mind. I'm not looking at your live chat, guys. I only have one monitor. Can you explain what happens to miners when block reward go to 0? I don't. Not right now. We've debated this topic to death. You know, people seem to believe that miners have to make money. They don't necessarily have to make money. I've made the argument that miners don't have to make money. Like, for example, do you make money from having internet? And the answer is, well, you don't make money by having a router in your house. You make money by utilizing the internet for things that make your life better. And same thing with mining. If you have a company that profits from the existence of Bitcoin, if you have a company that profits from the existence of the internet, you will pay for internet's infrastructure. If you have a company that profits from the existence of Bitcoin, you will pay for Bitcoin's infrastructure. And Bitcoin's infrastructure involves mining. So there are a million arguments that people will make as to how Bitcoin mining will make money with transaction fees. But I will make the argument that even if a Bitcoin miner makes zero money in transaction fees and in mining Bitcoin, there will still be plenty of Bitcoin mining. The way people pay for internet's infrastructure without profiting from the internet's infrastructure directly, they're profiting indirectly by the world benefiting from the internet. Okay? I don't know why this is so hard for most people to comprehend. And this is why shitcoins will die, because no one needs your shitcoin. That's why your mining will fail. Not can fail, will fail. If no one needs your shitcoin, no one will mine at a loss. But I will mine Bitcoin at a loss. And there are way richer people than me. Actually, everyone's richer than me. I'm staying at a $30 a night room in Georgia. So there are way more important people than me. There are way bigger companies than me. I don't even have a company. I'm just a YouTuber, right? Like, Bitcoin is important enough to my life that I am willing to mine at a loss. Imagine the big companies who have a real profit from Bitcoin's existence. Imagine how much money they're gonna spend on mining at a loss. That's my argument for Bitcoin mining with zero direct compensation. All right. That's the weekly chart, and let's see if this week closes on a little bit of a wick. If next week is a red 2 going below a red 1, that's trouble. That is trouble. Notice how in the last round of sequential, we had a red 2 go below the red 1, and that ended at about the same price. So if next week starts trading below current week, I think the S&P can correct significantly. But right now, going into today's trading day, I am bullish. I actually want to look at, what is this? And what is this? I don't know what that is. What is this? Why isn't there a chart? I want to look at Lyft and Uber because they were both on 9s. Where's my data? What's going on? I hope I'm still live streaming. I don't know what's going on, guys. Let's reload. Oh, my battery's dying because I'm not plugged in, and I want to show you guys the background. So if this doesn't work, then we're not looking at Lyft and Uber. Again, people say, Tone, how come you don't trade? Well, I can't load charts because I'm in the middle of nowhere. So how am I going to trade? Oh, no Lyft and Uber, guys. I know they were on 9s, but I have no idea how they performed yesterday or how they're set to perform today. So you are on your own with that. Yeah, none I can do. All right. So we're done. I'm going to give you one more look at where I'm staying. My $30 apartment in Belize, Georgia is unbelievable. I'm going to flip the camera around. That's the apartment. Not much. Stairs downstairs to another room and like the bathroom and kitchen and stuff. And but check this out. Showed it in the beginning, but a lot more people joining. I have to be careful of walking up to my own window because when you walk up to this window, and I can't see anything because of the sun, and look down, holding the computer and myself very carefully, it's a straight cliff down, like straight cliff down, and that's a waterfall, and that's why there's like people hanging out there, some musicians there. If I give you a side view carefully, this is how Tone Vase's epic last stream. Like if you literally lean over this window, it's like a God knows how many meters. I'm gonna go over there on that ledge next. Let me do this. Boom. So let's go outside. Give you guys another look before my battery dies. Hope I have enough service out there. Yeah, so this is the apartment. Way too far, so I lost internet. I don't know if it's the same stream or a new stream, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn on my hotspot, and I'm gonna connect to my hotspot so I can walk outside again.
We should be live again. Let's try it again. I'm gonna show you guys this gorgeous view right outside my apartment. So that's no regulation here or anything like that. You can sit on the edge of that. You can see the people. There's like no barrier either. That thing is like maybe not even me on the top of that tower. It's ridiculous. And you can just walk up there. And let me show you this. I'm gonna go to that park next. I haven't been up there yet. So let me show you what's going on down here. So that's the ledge. That's the apartment I'm staying in. That corner apartment with the open window is where I'm staying. And again, you're literally standing on the edge. That's the waterfall. You probably can't hear it, but I can hear it. So you're going to bed sleeping with the sound of an actual waterfall and not an app of the waterfall. So it's really, really cool. It's really cool stuff. All right, that's it. So that's where I am today. My last stream from Belize. Belize, Georgia, on the edge of a cliff, beautiful apartment in the corner, and I will talk to you all on the next one.